It is me. Hello. Good afternoon, or other time zone that you are in. Music. Light check. Sound check. Sound is fine, I think. Well, if there's something wrong with the sound, it's not me, it's Twitch, or you. So, it's not my problem. This is a little too low, or too high, actually. There we go. Let me fold my hair over. Okay. We're working on Mystic again today, believe it or not, because that is what I've been doing for the last several weeks on a Monday. And having a good time doing it as well. We've made a lot of progress not in a short space of time. This has been going for a while, but we do have a lot of things done. We've done a lot of things, made a lot of things. I didn't get a lot done last week, and turns out my game got cancelled, which I didn't know about until after I'd already ended the stream. So we could have actually gone for a hell of a lot longer last week, but oh well. Right. Just checking my phone now to see if the game has been cancelled again, which I'm fairly certain it hasn't. There's no notification that tells me that it has anyway. But over the past couple of weeks, we've mostly just been like making some of the more complex powers and sort of designing class features. Like we've got the Psychic Blast down. Here it is. Psychic Blast is here. And then like the Psi Crystals we did a few weeks ago as well. And we've just made like some powers as well. Like Astral Construct is like a big thing. It's like a whole thing. I made Psychometry last week, and that was all we got done last week, which was a pain in the ass, but oh well, it's not the end of the world. This is still too high. It looks level, but it is still too high. I need to get myself a better webcam. That's really something I need to do. But oh well, it's not the end of the world. So my what was I? Big thing actually is on stream, or tomorrow is my 1 year stream anniversary. I need to like talk about this anywhere other than right now, so I'm gonna get on doing that after the stream. Is like, you'll be like, hey, this is happening tomorrow, because I probably should have done that yesterday when I worked out what I was gonna do, or more specifically, Dermot gave me an idea, and then I decided that's what I was gonna do. Basically tomorrow from probably about 1:30, 2 o'clock onwards, like until I'm done, I'm going to, this is BST, but you know, it'll be on Twitch, whatever, it'll be in whatever time zone you're working on. I'm going to write a one-shot, like a full, complete, end-to-end one-shot in a day. And there'll be like some rewards or whatever, like if you donate or sub or whatever, you'll be able to like pick a name for something, right? You'll be able to like decide a sub theme, or I don't know, right? I don't actually know exactly how it's going to work. I'm going to work that out tonight. But yeah, basically that's the way that it's going to work, is I'm going to write a one shot in a day. I have no idea what the one shot is going to be about. I'm going to do what I normally do with everything, and is not think about it at all until I start, and then come up with an idea on the spot and just run with it. I may use, I think it was Dermot's suggestion as well, was to use a games jam, like an ongoing games jam. For those who don't know, like game developers will run mini games jams where you can go in and like make a little game in a short space of time, and then whoever wins the games jam gets whatever. Like, you know, something for really tiny ones, it's like, oh, this person won, look at them go, you know, because games jam is meant to be fun. And for really, really big ones, it's like your game might actually get funded or picked up, or it might earn you a job at a big company, or well, a company of a reasonable size anyway. Big companies don't tend to do games jams, but that's my, you know, like, I could use a theme from a games jam just because they're good theme. Like they usually have very specific but very widely interpretable themes. But that's something I'll probably decide on the day. If I come up with a really cool idea on the spot and I'm like, I'm gonna do this, then that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm not going to bother with the games jam. But if I'm like sat there for 20 minutes, I don't know what I want to do, then, you know, then I will go find a games jam for inspiration. Oh, I just said far too many words without a breath or drinking, so I'm going to do that, and then we're going to start. I did the proper, like, sponsored, like... Not sponsored by London Fire Brigade. But... yeah, this is just my water bottle. Just so happens to be branded with the London Fire Brigade. Because it's a half-decent water bottle. And didn't cost me anything, it was free. Because all my shit, like my desk ends... well, you can't actually see. Basically, my desk ends probably less than a foot from where I'm sat. Off to... God, this fucking webcam, I swear. Off this side here. About a foot that way, and all of my drinks are like right on that edge, so they're right within right arm grabbing reach. And I've never knocked anything over. That's a lie, I have once or twice. But my plug socket is immediately, like my extension cable that powers everything sitting on my desk is right there. So if I knock anything over, it just goes all over that. So it's like, fuck having a glass of water here, that is an accident waiting to happen. I got a cup of tea, and it's the one closest to the edge, but I could slap that a little bit, and, well, a little bit. Any more than that, and that would fucking go all over the plug socket, but whatever, it's fine. It's fine, it's fine. I'm not gonna set fire to my house. Or really, I mean, I'm not gonna short out my computer. Everything's fine. He says, as the stream abruptly stops. Right. I'm gonna shut up and make some powers. Because I spent way too bloody long faffing about last week, I got like nothing done. It was a cool stream, lots of cool conversations with lots of people, and it was, there's loads of people about. No, I would be alright on the electrocution front. I'm not really touching anything directly connected to my computer except for my mouse, and again, the electricity wouldn't ground itself up a wire through a person and then through a chair when it could just run through the computer into the ground. But most likely, yeah. That is on my list of things I want to do next year. Is I have like 1 million homebrew classes that I've developed for my home game, and I've published one of them, and I published it years ago, and I want to publish the others. Like I have a shaman, my own sort of iteration of the shaman that is in my home game, and I want to publish it because I think it's cool. I designed shaman as sort of a blend between like paladin and druid. And before anyone is like, oh, well, that's just a ranger. It's like, no, it's not. A ranger is a fighter and a druid. And even then, it's mostly fighter, a little bit druid. Whereas shaman is druid first and all other forms of inspiration second. It's very spellcasting focused. Like, it's a half-caster with cantrips, Like, that's my general metric, is if you're a half-caster with cantrips, you care more about casting spells than you do about hitting guys with a stick. Like, it's generally, like Artificer, for instance. Unless you're an Armorer, or a Steel... what the fuck is the other one? Not the Steel Defender, because that's the dog that they get. What the fuck is the subclass called? Battlesmith. That's it, Battlesmith. Okay, right, I'm gonna shut up now, and, pick one of these. Oh. Right. So I think I'm going to do Mental Grip, because I've been sat on Mental Grip for fucking ages and I haven't done anything with it. So I'm going to do Mental Grip. Oh, I forgot the Google Docs commands don't work here. You're a novice in Mental Grip. Oh, in the Mental Grip. I did change out the batteries in my keyboard earlier on because it died on me. So that's not going to happen on stream, as it has done probably at least 3 or 4 times in the past. I've now scooched in a bit, so this is even more too high. Right, okay. So, my general thing with all of the powers is they need to have at least one ability that is useful in combat and scales all the way up to master to become really strong, to incentivize you to spec that power all the way up to master level. Like Levitation, for instance, you spec up to master because you want to get a hover speed, because that's really strong. Telekinesis, you want to spec up to max level so that you can cast telekinesis on objects at will, and you can cast catapult at will. Your improved, better version of catapult as well, because your catapult is half damage on success once you reach master level. So it becomes a nice bread and butter little damage combo where you can catapult and then use your quickened psychic blast. So that's the thing there. So we need to have something like that. And these are my kind of ideas, is crushing grip, which does bludgeoning damage over time and reduces speed. That's fine. Deflect missiles like effect, I think is a strong idea. I'm on board. Make an object immovable. And hold person, which evolves into hold monster or expert. Again, that's simple, that works, that's good, that's something that we can give at a depth level. And then evolve it into whole monster at expert level, and that works, that's fun. So I think I'm going to start with crushing grip. As an action, you can exert your mental grip over a creature that you can see within 30 feet of you. Let's make a strength saving throw against your... Wait, no, just a strength saving throw. I don't need to reference the psionics save DC, because that's already assumed as a part of the feature. It's like spells don't reference your spell save DC because that's keyworded. Because keywording is good, designers out there. Keyword your shit. It's kind of hard to do in D&D because the rules of the game set the keywords, but if you're out there designing your own game, fucking keyword shit. Just keyword it. Like, if you have a repeated mechanic or concept, fucking keyword it. It's really important. And 5e does a really good job of it in places and does a fucking awful job of it in others. Like, all the conditions, perfect. Like, not all the conditions are good or strong, or some of them are too much or too, that's regardless. The fact that they are keyworded and they are defined, this is what being grappled is, that's a good point of design. On the flip side, magical darkness, you might think is keyworded, it is not. There is nothing about magical darkness that specifies that dark vision can't penetrate it. So there's at least one effect or one creature that makes magical darkness, but the magical darkness, technically, because magical darkness isn't actually keyworded, it doesn't actually block dark vision. So if you read the spell Darkness, for instance, which is the spell that makes magic darkness, it specifies that it blocks dark vision, implying that magical darkness doesn't intrinsically do that, when in reality, magical darkness should be keyworded. It should be something that just is. Oh, it's not animated on the emote wall. Also, yeah, I forgot. Thank you for reminding me, Ethan. I do have BTTV now. And I've completely fucking forgot. I literally did this last night. I have some of my own emotes in here as well. Emotes that AJ made for me fucking ages ago. Namely, these three. There is a dab, there is brain train, and then there for whenever I lose my train of thought, and there is Uropog, which is the worst thing any human being has ever done, and I paid AJ money to make it, and I'm ashamed and very proud. It's awful. Oh no, Phil Swift has been consumed by Uropog. Oh, there's also a Kirby dance. Sadly, he's not animated. Poor Kirby. But yeah, there's BTTV now. I haven't like filled up all the slots, but I've got some fun ones like Cat Rave and Cat Jam and Bongo Tap and stuff. Yeah, Uropog is accursed. Oh, I also have the Club Penguin dance. That was one I found. Okay, then. Oh, fucking Club Penguin dance is. That's a good idea, actually. Let me go do that. This layout is getting progressively more chaotic over time, but I'm on board with it. Hang on. Uropog. God, it's so awful. It's horrible. It's the worst fucking thing I've ever seen. There we go. Uropog. Such power. Fucking very, very poggers gamers. Okay. Uro Swift. That's a lot of mana. I want a little more. I've actually forgotten what Uro does. Does he just... Uro draws you a card and puts a land down, right? God, it's been so long since Uro's been legal in Standard. Gain 3 life and then draw... Yeah, I thought I was missing something. He gains you 3 life, draws you a card, and then ramps you for 1. Because... And that's repeatable. He doesn't just do it once. You cast him for 3 mana and he goes into the bin. And then you escape him, and he does it again. Also that. He also is a 6/6. Yeah, he's banned in Standard for being completely fucking insane. Uro's awesome, but man, Uro is absurdly broken. I'd love to see some more of those Titans. Like, next time we go to Theros, I desperately want to see more of the Titans, because the design is mwah. But, man, Uro is, like, Croxer? Yeah. Croxer is like the perfect sweet spot where he's really fucking strong, but, you know, he's not, like, super broken. And if Uro, basically, if Uro didn't, like, I don't know, I feel like if Uro was, like, if you just took away one of the things that Uro did, he would be just okay, or he would just be really good. If he didn't draw you a card, I think is probably the thing there. But then I guess he just wouldn't be blue at all. I don't know. Regardless, enough talk about Magic. Writing D&D stuff. On a failure, takes 1d4 force damage and has its speed reduced by 5 feet. The target takes half as much damage and its speed is unaffected. Just a quickly pivot fact, I did not know Uro was banned in Modern. I genuinely did not know Uro was banned in Modern. Which, it makes sense in hindsight, but I'm like, man, fucking Uro, man. Awesome card, but, like, fuck. At least, you know, he's not Oko, where it's just like, this card is not even interesting, and it's awful to play against. Whereas Uro's super cool. He's just super broken. And I miss him. You know. Praise be to Uro. F's in the chat game is for Uro, Titan of Nature's Wrath. Or Uropogs in chat for Uro, Titan of Nature's Wrath. Okay. On a success target takes half as much damage, its speed is unaffected. It's Jack W. Uropog. I'm sorry. I love how he just zoomed off screen. Yeah. That's cracking my neck. Oh my god. Oh, that's cool. Damn. It's not an Amogus. He's in a hazmat suit. Yeah, it's not an Amogus. It's okay. We're safe. Nobody here is sus. Everything's fine. Ah, yes. Oh, damn. Those guys sure are cleaning. Those guys cleaning that toxic waste sure do look pretty sus, gamers. Damn. Damn. Like, success target takes half as much damage and its speed is unaffected. What's the Kermit meme? Which Kermit meme? You've got to be more specific in your Kermit meme pantheon. There's a lot of those. There's Evil Kermit. There's the T Kermit from like 5 years ago. There's Sad Kermit. There's another Sad Kermit. There's Angry Kermit. There's Kermit with a gun. I understand. I understand your funny joke now. I'm calling the police! Is that a weed? 420, what you smoking? Your grip ends on the target if... Yeah, I feel like crushing grip is fairly reasonable. I think maybe it should start at 5 feet, just given that there's like no opportunity cost to using it. Like you spend an action once, and it is just a damage over time on. Then again, I suppose the damage is very low, but it is also free. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it as is. Ugh. I guess what else do we give mental grip? Oh, I know. I think that works here. I think this is kind of uninteresting, but I don't think it's necessarily a problem right now. Adapt. You're an adept in the mental grip. Crushing grip. call this like stand firm. Instead 2d4 force damage. Okay, right, where is... You can innately cast the Hold Person spell requiring no components. Simple, effective, does its job. Now, question, do I give them deflect missiles? You know what, fuck it. I don't think I'll give them the reflection version, which does mean I need to change the name of the ability because it's not the same. But, block missiles. But 1d10... No, 1d100, 1d10 plus your intelligence modifier plus your... don't mind me butchering that. Moid fire, and then not capitalizing intelligence properly. Need to sip my tea, because it's cool now. This is coming along very nicely. Say, once this is done, I'll have one more to do for psychometabolism, one more for psychokinesis, 2 more for clairsentience, and then all of the pathology powers to do. So that's 1, 2, 6, 8. That's 8 more powers to do after this. Obviously, I may decide to add some more. There have been some good suggestions, things I would want to add in on top. I remember Phalai had something good last week. I don't remember what it is off the top of my head, but I imagine I can go find it fairly easily. Like in the VOD or whatever. I need to post my VODs from the last couple of weeks because I've been just forgetting to do it. Yeah, I think this is definitely very strong to pick up at 3rd level, but I suppose, you know, again, if this is what you're picking to get to 3rd level 4, then, you know, it's fair. Oh. Is instead 3d4 holding grip. Holding Grip just gives you Hold Monster instead of Hold Person, opens up the ability to be a lot more useful. Obviously, Hold Person is very narrow, but it's very good, whereas Hold Monster is like just generically quite strong. So when they fail by 5 or more, they're just held in place. It does 3d4 damage. Again, 3d4 is not that much, but you can use this ability as many fucking times as you want, and it's free. No way, it's an action, but again, like that, this class is designed around being super fluid. You can weave all of your attacks into everything. It's very difficult to have a turn with this class where you're just not doing anything. Which for me is like a big turn-off to playing a lot of different classes. Like, I love being a wizard, but at the same time, man, like, having a turn where you're just like, I've got this huge repertoire of spells and none of them help me right now, I guess I just, you know, mirror image and pass the turn. You know, stuff like that. It kind of sucks, really. Yeah. I think for expert level, this probably isn't necessarily pushed enough, but I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with it either. Could do this. Cool. Seems pretty clean. So, block missiles starts out as a distinctly worse deflect missiles and eventually expects up to be slightly better. Especially because, you know, a d10 is super swingy, you know? You have the same chance of rolling 10 as you do rolling... Where's the 1? 1. Whereas 2d8, most of the time you're going to be rolling a 9. Like most of the time. I think it's 9. It might be 8. Let me any dice this. It's probably 9 though. It is 9. Yeah, your chance of rolling a 9 is much higher because basically your chance of rolling 2 numbers that add up to 9 is way higher than any other combination. Because in that range there's a lot of numbers that add up to 9. How many... Well, no, they're not factors, because factors are multiplication, but you see what I mean. It makes it a lot less swingy. Obviously, when you're adding, like, your level and your in-mod, like, that stabilizes things very nicely anyway, but it does allow you to, you know, if you're gonna take 25 damage, and, you know, you're, or, I don't know, if you're gonna take 20 damage and you're a 9th level character, with 20 intelligence, that's 14. On a d10, you would have to roll, or on a d8 in this instance, or well, we'll say you're a monk, right? You've got 20 in your stat, you're 9th level, and you take 20 damage. You would need to roll a 6 or higher, which is not in your favor. That's like, that's 40%. So the reverse of that being, if you're rolling 2d8, instead of instead of a d10. Wait, no, it's just better anyway. No, it's a terrible example. Ignore me. I've just gotten lost. Got lost in the sauce. It was a bad example because it is just better numbers-wise anyway. Because but whatever, it's fine. Thank you, bot, for plugging my trash. Oh, well, no, is it? No, it's not. It's just asking people to press buttons. Whatever. Right. I'm gonna stop looking like an idiot. I'm gonna, right. Block missiles. Now let's go grab the rest of deflect missiles. So eventually it winds up to be better than deflect missiles, but you have to really spec to get it. Psychic hold, psychic hold. And honestly, not limiting the damage feels fun here. If a giant throws a rock at you and you reduce the damage to nothing, that feels like a fucking accomplishment to me. So if you catch that fucking rock and just, flick it back to them for the full, rock damage of what the giant rocks do. You use intelligence rather than strength or dexterity for the attacking damage rolls. For the weapon. So yeah, someone hucks their axe at you, and you just you catch it, and then you just force push them. On its own, that's really fucking strong anyway. Force grip. Additionally, this feature no longer requires your concentration. Right, let me grab. I would say mental grip is... I'm not 100% on it, but I think it's probably pretty good. Okay, right. Yeah, I would say that works. That's cool. I'm super happy with that. I think it's respectfully quite strong, but I don't think it's like super crazy. It gives you a damaging ability, which you do need to concentrate to use, but it encourages you to spec all the way into it, because by the end you get like quite a lot of really strong stuff. And block missiles does allow you to like do some pretty gnarly shit, which is good fun. So I guess like, because I don't have any good ideas, because psychokinesis is the one that I've actually struggled with a lot. I've designed a lot of the things for them, but coming up with more ideas is very difficult because it's a very simple concept. It's move things with mind, and you know, what in the fuck does that mean if not, you know, like telekinesis, self-levitation, even mental grip is a bit of a stretch. Like, basically all of these could just be marked under telekinesis as one massive power, but that would be super broken, because then everybody would pick it, because it would give you like 4 times as much as all the other powers combined. Well, not combined, but you know what I mean. So it's sort of the different flavors of moving shit with your mind. The telekinesis thing allows you to move things and people with your mind. Levitation allows you to specifically move yourself with your mind. But actually, I think telekinesis, mostly is objects with your mind. Levitation is moving yourself with your mind. And mental grip is like manipulating, you know, like basically just, you know, having a big scary hand. Oh, that's something that could have been really interesting. Bigby's hand as like a mental grip thing. That's very interesting, actually. The master level is already super stacked for this. I think giving them access to Bigby's hand is probably pushing it a lot, but it is really cool. I'll red text it, because I think it can go in and be fine, ostensibly. But, hang on, isn't one of the Bigby's hands thing called Crushing Grip? Bigby's... No, I spelled Bigby wrong. Bigby's hand. No, it's not. It's fine. Realized grip. This is all going to get red text here because I don't know if I want to include this. Because it is very possibly far too much stuff. But I don't want to, like, just on a related note, Bigby's hand is a really fucking good spell. Like, it's really good. It's one of the coolest spells in the game because it's both really interesting and also really good. Because a lot of like the super good spells are super fucking boring. Like Fireball, Wall of Force, Force Cage. They're just either just kind of whatever, like Fireball, or they're just actively detrimental to fun. Whereas Bigby's hand is like, it's just a really good spell that just so happens to also be really fun to use. I guess the other way around, it's a really fun spell that just so happens to actually be one of the better spells in the game. I've still never seen anybody in my home game who actually fucking pick the thing. Which, as you know, that's not true. There's the tank wizard in my in one of my games has Bigby's hand as a damage and peel option, because man, like what I have learned from running like a West Marches styled game with like 4 wizards in it is that fucking Abjuration Wizard is the coolest thing ever. Being a tank wizard is just, it's so fucking sick. It's so cool. Like legit being a tank in D&D is not really something you can do. Barbarians kind of do it, but they don't do a very good job of it. They do the big meat sack hit points very well, but they can't peel at all. They don't have any like supporting or like CC tools. They're just a big dumb idiot. But like Barbarian is like a bruiser. It's a guy that kills you and you can't kill. They're not a tank. Whereas a legit tank, someone who, you know, peels enemies off you, has a bunch of CC, and can take a fucking beating, is an abjuration wizard does it, and it's so fucking cool. I mean, Livy, like, Barbarian can take a hit, but they're not good at protecting things. They're good at killing. The way they protect their allies is by killing the enemy faster than the enemy can kill their allies. That's like Barbarian is like a bruiser rather than like a true blue tank. The only exception is Ancestral Guardian, which is fucking insane, might I add. Ancestral Guardian is ridiculous. It's so good. Ancestral Guardian is the nuts. I misspelled Bigby's hand here too. Bibky's hand. Hello, it is me, Bibky's hand. Hey there, it's me, Kermit. Here to use my Bibky's hand. It's me, Kermit. Okay, right, I'm gonna shut up now and make more powers. I still want to try and come up with more psychokinesis-y powers, like moving shit with your mind. What does that mean? Maybe I can put... Because initially there was another discipline called psychoportation, which is a fucking stupid name, by the way. It's a fucking terrible name. But like, it just didn't work as a discipline. Because what is psychoportation? It's psychic teleportation. What the fuck do you even do with that beyond a generic, like, conjuration wizard style benign transposition? Like, it's completely fucking pointless. On the flip side, however, is having access to something like a train of thought, first of all, but having access to something akin to like maybe putting a version of psychoportation into psychokinesis could be interesting. You know, getting like, I don't know, eventually getting access to like plane shift or teleport or something, or teleportation circle. I don't know. I'll consider it. I'll put it like... Here we go. You can actualize your mental presence. You know what? Fuck it. This is what I'm gonna do. I am gonna do this. I still don't like psychoportation. Yeah, as you know, it's a dumb name, but it's yeah, I actually kind of like it. It's super fucking stupid. It's a terrible name, but man, I do kind of like it. It's a fucking awful name though. Let me just make sure I've like... Okay, I have, right. So right off the bat, teleportation is really strong. Misty Step is just flat out one of the best spells in the game, and Dimension Door is like top tier, like A to S tier. If anything, Dimension Door is an S tier spell, it's just there's a tier above S, where like, if you're a caster and you have access to these spells and you're not picking them, you better have a good reason. Those spells being Misty Step, Healing Word. I think that those are the two big ones. Misty Step and Healing Word. Lo and behold, they're both bonus action spells. Hunter's Mark and Hex are another one, but I think the classes that get them don't necessarily need them. Oh, Shield. Yeah, Shield and Mage Armor. They're like so integral that if you have access to them and you haven't picked them, you're not really making a good decision. Yeah, I think those are probably the 5 like mega ultra must picks, and then everything else after that is like pretty much preference. Like there are better options, but ultimately, as long as you have like the super important bread and butters, hell, Misty Step might not even be a part of like you're not. You know what? Actually, no. Healing Word and Mage Armor, I think are the only 2 that are expressly must picks. Like, you have to pick these spells, because if you don't, you're just bad at what you do. You're either bad at staying alive or bad at keeping people alive. Healing Word is the best spell in the game, bar none. It just is. There is no better spell in the game even close to Healing Word. And then there's sort of like the S+ tier, which has like Misty Step. I think if you like, yeah, I think obviously Misty Step being a spell means that it certainly limits your usability for it. But if you're a martial character with access to Misty Step, then it's just the best fucking spell in the game. Because it doesn't matter if you can't cast Fireball this turn, because you got a sword. You teleport up to a guy's face and stabbed him in the throat. What do you even need to do at that point, right? That is like legit the like pinnacle is being martial and having Misty Step is just mwah. That's why Fey Wanderer Ranger is probably the best Ranger subclass, and the same goes for Horizon Walker. Horizon Walker's abilities are largely a bag of shit. Most of them suck. The 11th level one is really cool, and it's the fun feature that they get, but it's not necessarily all that good. It's the fact that they get Misty Step and they get Haste, which makes them arguably the best of all the Ranger subclasses in the game. Same goes for Fey Wanderer, just getting Misty Step. It's like, it's like, I don't know, I'm trying to think of like a not sort of vaguely joke to make that is what it's like, but I don't know. I can't think of a funny analogy. Yeah, no, I don't. There's no funny analogy. Sorry, funny organs not working today. Not that they ever work. You're a novice in psychoportation, you gain the following benefits. Right. What the fuck does novice level give you? Because adept level obviously gives you Misty Step. Like, why wouldn't it? It would be ridiculous if it didn't. Thing is, the fuck do you do? What do you like? It's a thing about teleportation. What can you give a first level character? How do you give a first level character teleportation themed abilities and it not be super broken? That is my question I pose to you, the viewer, because I don't fucking know. There's a lot of things we can do, and a lot of things that are just bad ideas. My sort of attitude to like giving the mystic spells is I never give them access to spells earlier than a wizard or like a sorcerer or a cleric or whatever could get them. So like Like, I could, with Mental Grip, have just given them Hold Monster right off the bat. But they already get to cast it once per short rest. I'm not going to give them the objectively better version of the spell that's like 2 levels higher. I'm going to wait until a later level and give it to them then. That's like what I'm, my sort of attitude towards it as like a design point. Trying to allow them to have access to a few spells when it's, like mechanical shorthand for an effect that I want them to be able to have. But not just, like, oh yeah, you're like a 10th level character that can cast a 7th level spell. Like, nah, that shit ain't happening. That's why I'm not going to give the Psychoportation. I'm not going to give them Teleport, I'm not going to give them Plane Shift, because you can get... You can master a power as early as 13th level, which is the level at which... Wait, no. Fuck, you do get 7th levels. I always assume that you get 19th... Oh, look, I always assume that you get 7th level spells at 15th level, 8th levels at 17th, and 9th levels at 19th, and that is not the case at all. Never mind, we can give them teleporters at 13th level. Fuck it. Let's do it. It's gonna be once per day, obviously, but, Okay, so what the fuck do we do here? So, teleportation is obviously you're teleporting yourself. I mean, it's a long rest. It's not. It's not by per day is shorthand in certainly the monster manual, for instance, for long rest. Generally speaking, anyway. But I'm actually kind of lost. I'm not really sure what to give. Not because I can't give them a teleport ability. I mean I can, but I shouldn't. You know what I can do, actually? I can do... Hang on, let me... There are nothing here that cares about opportunity attacks, so this is what we're going to do. Psychic Slip. Maybe we don't give them Misty Step. Maybe we can, like... So Psychic Slip, you just... allows you to disengage for free. Oh well, disengage is a bonus action, just better, because it kind of makes Sentinel lads just a little sad. Because, man, Sentinel's really cool, but like the cool part of Sentinel is not the good bit, and the good bit is the one that's just really not fun. Especially when you have like a DM that like gives enemies feats. It gives them like Sentinel and shit like that, and the rogue just like, oh, I guess I just get stabbed and die, huh? And then the DM's like, yeah, you do. Cunt. This is what you get for running away all the time. I give the monster Sentinel, and then you can't run away. Bitch. And then they multi-wizard for like 3 levels and just kind of tell them to go fuck themselves again, because they get Misty Step. Or they're like, oh, fuck you, I was an Eladrin all along, Misty Step, or something, I don't know, whatever. Vanish reappearing in open space, you can see within 5 feet. You can use this feature twice, regaining expended use whenever you complete a short or long rest. Yeah, that's cool, it works, it's interesting. I don't know if it's like... It's simple, I think, it feels kind of hollow, just only giving them that, but I don't know. I mean, let me go read like Dimension Door from. So I feel like just giving them one thing, even if it is quite good, just giving them one thing at first level is kind of. Still visualizing. There we go. So now you can go, oh, there's a locked door. Let me just go through the door. And you can do that just from level 1, and that's like your special thing. That's the reason you pick up Psychic Slip. It's the reason you pick it up is one of the first things you get, because it gives you a bonus action disengage. You can use a couple times. And out of combat, you can just teleport through a wall. Like, whenever you want. I don't know, that's maybe a little much. I don't know, it's... Yeah, I might do that. Right, I think I'm going to take a bit of a break here. I'm going to go grab some food. Whilst I'm gone, I'm going to sort of lay out kind of the things I might want to do for like Adept and stuff, because I just want to go grab some food, and I'll probably do that whilst I'm eating. I'll be gone for probably about 10 or 15 minutes. When I get back, I'll be around for sort of half an hour or so, and then we'll carry on. Maybe even make a start with third power for today, because I'm kind of on a roll. Like I'm really feeling it today. It's a good time. The ideas are flowing. Getting some fun stuff. Yeah, same. That's all good. It's all good. I mean, same goes for anyone else who needs to head off. If you're heading off. Thanks for stopping by. And for those who weren't here at the start, tomorrow is my stream anniversary. I'll be streaming for as long as it takes, from probably 1 to 2 o'clock onwards, BST, to I'm going to write a one-shot in a day. I don't know how long it's going to take. It could take me 4 hours, it could take me 7 hours, I don't know. Obviously I'll take breaks and stuff, like I'm not going to just not take breaks, but probably take a break every like 2 or 3 hours or whatever. But that is my plan. It's going to be like some sub-rewards or whatever. I'm working it all out tonight, but that's the general idea. I'm going to write a one-shot in a day. Probably going to release it at some stage early next year, because that's one of the things I want to release adventures next year. I've never really written any. Like I've written adventures, like for one-shots and stuff, but I've never published any. And I've edited so many. I've edited good adventures, and I've edited fucking terrible adventures. Unbelievably terrible adventures. And yeah, so I know what I'm doing. I just haven't ever like put in the time to publish one. And I've got a number on the back burner. I've got like a sick, awesome heist mission with like multiple objectives, like customizable objectives, which is good fun. But that aside, I am going to go and what am I going to go do? I'm going to go grab some food. I'll be back in about 15 minutes. Going to carry on and finish up Psychoportation, because this is looking good so far. I'm actually liking this. Either way, be back in a minute. it is me. Oh no, I'm very low down. There we go. I've ascended once more. I need to untie my hair. Oh, I was eating food. And funnily enough, I don't want my hair in the food. Oh, thanks, bot. Very timely plug. Thank you very much. Oh. Okay, right. I completely forgot to make any notes. Oh well. I want to do something else with this early level ability. You may instead use this feature as a bonus action 3 times. I'm gonna just clear my throat again. Teleportational assistance. As an action, you may teleport to an unoccupied space within 5 feet of a willing creature you can see within 60 feet of you. I'm not sure about this one. I don't think it's particularly interesting. Let's red text that. So I'll be going for another sort of 20 minutes or so. I'm gonna head off to my game. Oh, I say my game. I'm a player in the game, but you know what I mean. Yeah, that's fairly simple. Maybe teleport on your turn. Leave behind a shimmering after image. I might cut this here, actually. Whenever you teleport on your turn, you may leave you may note the space that you left, leaving behind a shimmering after image. Or you may leave behind a shimmering after it. The end of this. Let me go read like Blink or something, because Blink may have what I'm looking for. Oh, I know. Teleportational assistance is boring, so I think I have an idea. Oh. Okay. Oh. There we go. I feel like I've worded the similar ability to this different elsewhere. So let me just go find out. I feel like it was like Fey Source or Fey Warlock or something. Archfey. Minus I'm going to ignore the invisibility because that's specifically for Misty Escape. Psychoportational escape. Yeah, that's cool. I like that. Oh shit. Master. There we go. There's just a permanent, slightly worse Misty Step. Or slightly better Misty Step, because you can teleport to visualized spaces. So that's really strong. And then Psychoportational escape. Or just teleport inversion. So a number of things that I can do here. Not sure 100% which ones to do. Oh, I need to clear my throat, Jesus Christ. Oh, okay, right. Lesser teleportation. I feel like Psychic Slip could be renamed to that, and I think it'd be just as interesting. Yeah, I guess we just need like a simple first level thing that you can just kind of do at level 1. Just because like this ability is cool and all, and I think getting just like a little fluff ability would be much more interesting. Or well, not more interesting, it as opposed to just on top would be more interesting, because just like a little fluff ability, but I don't know what specifically to give them. Pretty decent, pretty decent. Also, almost finished another power. Or psychoportation. I just want to come up with a level 1 fluff ability, or something small, like, not really mechanically impressive or anything. Something little they can do at level 1. Not really got any ideas at the moment. But yeah, I say, we finished Psychokinesis today, which is a big thing. I think next time I work on this, which will probably be... well, it'll be next week, most likely. I want to try... probably like go for like the psychometabolism power, like the last one for that, or like work on clairsentience, because I want to save pathoturgy for last. That's the one I want to get right, because it's going to be the most difficult to represent mechanically. Like, I started with telekinesis, which was a challenging thing to represent mechanically, but, you know, I knew what I wanted to do with it, whereas pathoturgy, like, I have a bunch of ideas lined out, but I still need more, you know? So... psychometry. Let me go back to psychoportation. There's a number of things I can do with this, is the thing. I don't really know what specifically to do. Oh, something just appeared on my screen. Not sure what the fuck that was. I don't know. I think trying to force it is not going to help. I think just actually, I'll keep this here, but I'll keep it in as red text. So if I come up with an idea, remind me that I wanted to come up with an idea, but I'm not going to force it. If I can't necessarily come up with anything, then you know, whatever. Right? It's not the end of the world. This ability is really strong at first level anyway. It's like actively very good. Like if you're gonna disengage anyway, you may as well get like a better disengage in the process, right? So the powers left on my list are these two clairsentience powers, which are precognition, which is basically like making like an alternate version of divination wizard but for mystic, and mental projection, which is like astral projection, except not like literal astral projection, and not like the spell astral projection, which is a pile of shite. Astral projection could straight up be like a 3rd level spell and it would still be bad. From there, I've got the pathoturgy powers, which include hypnosis, mental mirage, mind link, and like soul shaping, or like emotion bending, or whatever the fuck that's going to be called. And then there's the last psychometabolism power, which is strength enhancement. So, you know, you gain the power to like punch through a brick wall or whatever, you know, just through sheer force of psychic power or whatever. But yeah, say, and then obviously from there, we're going to work out what we're actually doing with the base class, because I want there to be a 20th level capstone, 100% something is going in here. And then I have sort of an idea for like a... wait, no, I do already have this ability. Probably something at 6th about making your psi crystal better, or just more stuff to make your psi crystal better at higher levels, but I think a lot of other levels are going to be empty. Like, I'm thinking, not necessarily, but like, The dead levels will probably be here, 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 and like here, probably. No guarantee there, I don't actually know. I feel like these 3 dead levels feel natural to me. Not 100%, but they feel natural. But yeah, say I might actually like do those now. I'll probably red text them just to mark that they're not at all final. Like if I find a perfect ability to slots in at that level, then so be it. But yeah, I need a 20th level capstone, 100%. I want something in its 6th level, and I definitely want something in. Yeah, I definitely want something at 6th, 100%. And I definitely want something at either 17th or 18th, if not both. Just like a little something. I don't know what specifically, but something. Yeah, I think the main thing is the base class is like super general in the way that it works and what it does. Like basically all of your actual features that matter come from your subclass, with the exception of like your the psi crystal. I almost feel like the psi crystal could straight up like be changed to be a power, but at the same time, like you've got your astral construct, so I don't want to like shit on that at all. Yeah, I kind of like I want features that like I want the psi crystal to kind of be more of the focus for the base class, kind of like Psychic Blast and the psi crystal. I don't want to introduce a bunch of new abilities because you get like a million of those anyway. But yeah, same. There are a couple of other like ideas that people have referenced in the past that would make me consider doing more than 4 powers per discipline, but I would want to keep them even. So if I come up with a new Pathoturgy power and a new Psychometabolism power, I would want to come up with a new Clairsentience, Metacreativity, and Psychokinesis power as well, because I want them to be as even as possible in their spread. Like I 100% want that. So I think that's really important. So like the class's identity and make all of the disciplines even. As it stands at the moment, 4 is like a really sweet spot number because the maximum amount of powers you can master is 4 by spending all 16 of your power points on mastering 4 powers, and that you have 4 powers at master level and nothing else. And as the design currently stands, you can pick the 4 powers of your favorite discipline. You know, if you really love all the Metacreativity powers, you can get all of them at, like, it's not worth doing all the Metacreativity powers because all of them are wildly different and do not synergize. Like, you want Meta Protection and Weapon Meta Creation, or Energy Projection and Astral Construction. You don't want all 4 of them because Energy Projection and Weapon Meta Creation are like antithetical to each other. If you've got one, you don't want the other. But something like Psychokinesis, for instance, like it would be very reasonable for you to want all 4 of these powers. Just because like it's flavorfully appropriate. And same goes for Psychometabolism. Realistically, like all the cool builds I can see people doing are people going sort of soul knifey with Weapon Meta Creation, Meta Protection, Psionic Tenacity, and something like Psychoportation, for instance, or like the Alacritic Enhancement. Yeah, that's another thing. It's like Alacritic Enhancement makes you fast as fuck, but there's also like Psychoportation, so you can be fast and then also teleport. So that's maybe like a design thing that's maybe a problem, but then again, Shadow Monk is a thing, and Shadow Monk is kind of fine, so we'll work it out. I think ultimately it's probably not a problem. Wait a second. Darting transmission specifically allows you to teleport. Shit. I mean, to be fair, they can be reflavored. It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Yeah, I feel there's a lot of overlap there, so that's something to definitely address. Because I'd forgotten that allocritic enhancement allowed you to do some of that stuff, but it might not matter, to be fair. It might be fine. It probably is fine, ultimately speaking. But either way, I need to head off now. Had a good time today. It's been good. Tonight, I'm going to be preparing the stream for tomorrow, so I will sort of reiterate if there's anyone new or whatever. Tomorrow is my 1-year anniversary of streaming, which is cool. That's neat. And I'm going to be writing a one-shot in a day. I'm going to be starting sometime between 1 and 2 p.m. BST. I'll put it up on my schedule later on. I'll probably choose 2 o'clock or nearer 2 o'clock just to give myself a little bit more time to prepare. Because I generally get up at like 10 o'clock, so you know I want some time to prep and to just kind of chill before it starts. But whatever, it's irrelevant anyway. Yeah, I say that is the plan for tomorrow. Do drop by if you can. Going to be doing some silly nonsense like writing a one shot that's hopefully going to be interesting. But yeah, same. Hope folks have enjoyed themselves. I will hopefully see some of you tomorrow. See ya.